Duncan McAdams, the big cheese here at McWeb, and today's top 5 web tips are all about choosing a web developer for your business. Now, I'd like you to bring all your business to me, of course, but if you are on the lookout for a suitable web developer, here are my top 5 tips that should help you make the right choice. Tip number 1. Be careful about what you're contributing to and what you're paying for. Now, if your web developer has a beautiful reception area, plush offices, and gives you that cup of Ethiopian coffee, then obviously you've got to contribute to that overhead somewhere along the line. And for me, a good web developer is one that runs their business frugally, because they can hand pass cost savings onto you where you're not paying for things that are really unnecessary. Tip number 2, be careful of those geeky prima donnas. I recently saw a web developer guy advertise the fact that he would program websites from scratch. And I thought, God, he's reinventing the wheel every time. And of course, he's going to hand pass those costs over onto you. So it is a little bit unnecessary. There's also those type of geeky types that live in a bit of a bubble where they have a certain amount of arrogance towards what they do, and they think you're just the mere client. And you don't want that. You really want somebody that's on your side, somebody that's going to help you every step of the way and provide a service that you're comfortable with and that, again, leads to your website success. Tip number 3, another one on be careful about what you're paying for. Now, most web developers that I've seen, really, what they want to do is they want to make a website, they want to get as much money from you as possible, and then they move on to the next client. And that's not the way I work. The way I work is the website's important, it must be of a certain standard, but really what you do with that website after the website built is far more important. So, does your web developer offer marketing services after your website's built? Or what kind of initiatives do they have that can help you make your website a real success? Those are the type of questions you should be asking, because really websites these days are a bit of a commodity. They're easy to do, you can even do them yourself, and there's lots of options available out there for you, but if you're not into it, that's fine as well. But as a web developer, we really should be looking at your website as a marketing tool and how we can support you after the website's launched. That is really the key to your website success. Tip number 4, it's a quickie. Check out your prospective web developer's own website. Now, is it just an online brochure of all the jobs that they've done in the past, or is it an online marketing machine? Tip number 5, content. Content is king. If your website's full of good content, Google's going to love you, and so will your clients. Now, of course, content creation is a bit of a challenge, and your web developer should be able to help you in all sorts of areas, whether it's copywriting, whether it's images or video. They should be able to help you cost-effectively produce some of the content that you require, because if it's all left to you, you're not the content expert half the time, and it can be very frustrating, and you end up with a website with a little bit of blurb and no real interest. So choose a web developer that can help you with content, and make sure it's cost-effective and it's not exorbitantly priced, because then that puts you off as well. So you've got to get rid of the barriers to content creation, and your web developer should be able to help you in that area. And a bonus tip, make sure you get a good web developer and not your cousin or your nephew or somebody that knows just a little bit about websites to do the website for you, because if they're not doing it every day, then they don't know the latest updates, they don't know what Google's doing, they have very limited overall knowledge of what's going on in the web development arena. So choose a web developer that does it every day. It's the best way of doing it, and you will get a result from it if you choose the right one, of course. I'm Duncan McAdams from McWeb, and if you are looking for a web developer or an online marketing guru, choose me. I look forward to helping you become an online success.